Alright. Yeah, I heard Frank. Who joined him?
Not only me, huh? Yeah, I heard Frank too.
Nice. I hear me twice. That's crazy. Alright, so what you gotta do is, in the party thing, hit that mic button. I believe. Try it now.
Allow.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. All right, I'm coming through. Sweet.
Bet.
All right, I'm coming through. Sweet. Clank, are you coming through?
I'm pretty sure I heard my voice.
Clank, are you coming through?
I'm pretty sure I heard my
Yep.
voice.
Yeah,
Yep, I got you.
Alright. Y'all know what it is. I hate life. I hate everything. I gotta get a new capture card. But this episode 116, welcome back. Welcome back.
Yeah.
We doing the recap episode. I'm fighting everything. Until then.
So much recap.
So much recap. We got some news though. Let's get to it.
It's been a while since we done news, since we took a break last week. Everyone's dead. I'm sorry to say. Let's get the sad news out of the way. Everyone's dead.
So yeah, please get the sadness out the way.
Respects go out to Takahashi. I forget his full name already. Sorry. Kazuya Takahashi, right?
There you go.
Kazuki Takahashi. AKA the creator of Yu-Gi-Oh! Rest in peace, Pharaoh. You will be missed for now and evermore.
Indeed. We gonna miss the man, because like, Yu-Gi-Oh's a phenomenon.
That's the thing. The other popular card games out there, like Magic and Pokemon, are like the other big two. Magic was made to be a card game, like from day one. That was always the plan. And then Pokemon just kind of spun off of the Pokemon video games, which are like, the biggest video games ever.
Yeah.
But Yu-Gi-Oh was kind of an accident,
Yeah, he never planned that it was gonna be much more than just a card game. I honestly kind of interested about that. No,
it was the manga wasn't even focused on the card game. The manga was focused on all games.
Yeah.
But people just loved Yu-Gi-Oh so much that they made it real and became awesome.
I mean, it's in the title. He's a king of game. He's Yu-Gi-Oh. But there's some reason it's become a card game now.
That was a big game in the thing once the cards became super popular. So.
Yeah, the manga only began to focus heavily on the card game once the card game existed. But that man was so good. He created one of the top 3 most popular card games by accident. Like, respect.
100%.
Also, I'm trying to find.
Hopefully, Konami can live up to the legacy.
Yep.
Hopefully.
Who else? James Caan, rest in peace.
James Caan. Yep. I forgot what he was in. Frag would tell us if he was here. I apologize.
The Godfather, Misery, Elf. That's what I just see immediately. There was that. Who was the Ultra lady that died? I'm trying to find her. Trying to find where we talked about that. Maybe it was in general. Oh, there it was in general.
That would be Nakamaru.
Shion Nakamaru.
Who play Rico in Ultraman Nessus, aka the first Dark Giant. Yeah.
Again.
We lost a lot.
We're getting all the sad news out of the way, Echo. It'll be fine. Also, there was an assassination, I believe, since the last time we did this.
Yeah, the Prime Minister. What the
man has had it rough the past 2 weeks, so.
Who are you telling?
Alright, already I have to be away now. I might or might not come back, but glad I
Alright.
get
Damn it,
the
Blaze.
intro at least.
It's okay.
Yeah,
It's
see you
okay,
guys.
Blaze.
I'll check out the podcast. See you guys hopefully later.
It's okay, Blaze.
Hopefully Frank will join us a little later. Once he's too busy
It'll
with the
take
Gundams.
it'll take him a couple minutes. He said so. We'll see if he joins or not.
Alright, well, alright, time for good news. Dawn Brothers and Hurricanes are still happening. That's a stage show. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, they did Go Kaiser and Zen Kaiser as a stage show. The
Zenkaiser Gal Ranger as well.
yeah.
Man, and actually, I believe all the voice cast is coming back. They're not going to be in it, but they're going to be voicing their characters. So
That's dope, actually.
let's hope this time none of the other Rangers mess it up and taint this whole thing forever. I'm looking at you, Gal Black.
Yeah, Gal Black, you effed it up.
You have to. I still love the Gal Rangers, but come on, dude. All right. Anyway, what else we got? Ultraman is doing a big old poll. Just like we
Kamen
had with the
Rider
Kamen
style.
Rider poll last year, Ultraman's getting its grand poll this year. The voting categories are Ultraman, Kaiju, and Mechs.
Heck yeah.
So that's going to be interesting. I'm personally not going to vote just because I don't know enough about Ultraman, so...
I understand. I may or may not vote, but I'm kind of biased toward the newer generation than the older generation.
I get you. If I did vote, I would go with X, but I just don't know enough to feel like my vote would be fair. So,
That's fair.
all right. And then,
I think if you can hop in for some Gundam action.
then one of the fun favorite things that we're getting is we're getting our Kamen Rider Girls special. About damn time.
The one me and PG have been asking for years.
Yes, I figure you and PJ are the most excited about this, I'm sure. But now
Oh, yeah.
I am super excited because we not only have Reika from Saber, we don't only have Izu from 01, we're also getting Akiko from Double, and Poppy Pippopapo from Exade.
Hopefully Tsukuyomi shows up. Just because she needs to have the all-female writer type of final form. Just because it needs to happen.
That would be good. I know what you're talking about. That would be fun. I don't
Cool.
know if she would get that, but hey.
I doubt it, but it would be nice.
Right. I'm just really glad Poppy's back, because Exade is, my favorite series.
Yeah, we
I
get to
really
see
hope that
Ozzy-
Poppy actually does transform in this, so into, Kamen Rider Poppy.
Yeah, Poppy deserves it.
Actually, well, they're all writers, except Akiko right now, right?
Yeah. Izu's
Izu
01
came
final
02.
form, so I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Because wouldn't she technically be the strongest at this point? Since Tsukuyomi ain't there? Because
I guess that comes down to experience at that point, but I probably just on a base level, yes.
yeah, in terms of like raw power, I'm gonna go with.
Raw power, I would probably say, yeah, probably, since she is a final form, essentially, so.
Yeah, I feel it.
But yeah,
But
that's pretty
that's a
sweet.
discussion
I'm
for
actually,
another time.
that actually makes me super hyped for this, so.
I really
was-
want Tsukuyomi just to be there. She needs redemption for that final episode of Geo. Granted, every appearance she had
Yeah.
after that was good, and we don't count
Well, not
that
the
one.
final, like the second to last episode, or kind of both, I guess.
Well, nah, in Gate she was good, and that was the only thing that happened after Geo.
Yep, 100%.
100%.
All right. What else do we got? Captain Marvelous and Go On Red are hanging out on
Yeah,
YouTube.
doing a YouTube collab, so it's pretty sweet.
Just hanging out. What else do we have? Doopy-doo-doo.
Okay.
I think that's the basic summary of all the news, unless I'm forgetting something major. Unless you guys got anything.
Not that I'm missing.
We already talked about that. Yeah, I think. Was there any big gaming thing? Oh, Bayonetta free trailer.
Yes, my girl's back.
And
check
Kirby's
that
Dream
out.
Buffet.
Yeah, Kirby's getting a fun little game.
Kirby's getting a new racer,
Wow,
and
he beat me in Melee.
Bayonetta
That's crazy.
is finally getting Bayonetta free. So
It's good to see.
Ooh, no thank you, sir.
Yeah. I think I heard my partner.
Echo playing as the big boy. I noticed.
Wow, okay, game.
All right, and I think with that out of the way, is it time for our massive recaps? Because we have a lot to recap.
Yes, we have a lot to recap.
Okay, Don Bros to start or Vice to start?
I'm so excited now.
We need some Don brothers. No,
Don Bravas.
no.
Braco. Okay, so where were we? Did we get to Don Momotaro coming back, or was he just dead?
We got them coming back. We're 3 episodes behind. Technically 4. But don't count this new one that came up.
Are we free or because we skipped last week? And
Yeah, so we're 3. We're technically 4, but we're not doing the current week.
20 is the one that just debuted, which is the Torbuild debut. So we got. I think we're on. Hold on, let me see. What happened in
17,
16?
18, 19. We did 16.
Did we do it? I thought we stopped it right at 16. I don't think we talked about him becoming evil. Evil!
I don't remember that, but I thought we did. But go ahead. Start from there and go forward.
So, starting at 16, assuming we didn't talk about 16. So we got, all right. So everyone's complaining about the new guy because he's a crazy asshole who's trying to get in everyone's good graces, but failing miserably because he's selfish.
Wow.
He wants to be a hero for his own sake because he wants to be a hero, not because he actually wants to help people.
Damn.
That's kinda the whole
things
point they're
just
getting at
save
with-
him so hard.
Yeah.
Wow.
That-
Painful.
Hit 'em up,
do
buddy.
that.
Huh?
Oh, he invites everyone to a welcome to the Dawn Brothers party. So, he's inviting everyone to a welcome to the club party for himself.
For himself.
Yes.
How nice.
Mm-hmm. But before the party starts, he starts by following Don Momotaro to work as a delivery person and just imitates everything he does,
Sounds
including
very
like
annoying.
brushing his teeth and everything right next to him in the same sink, which is okay.
Disgusting.
Yes. Oh, and when Don Momotaro's asked, he's just like, "I want to learn as much as I can from you since I respect you." And then he asks, "Taro, is there anyone you look up to? As a hero?" No, there isn't. In that case, I'll stop looking up to you too.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Okay,
He's
disrespectful.
mimicking his hero.
His hero. That sounds like a hero.
I mean,
Taro's
Don
kind of a
Momoto-
dick.
Yeah, he's a dick. But he cool.
He's a cool dick. This is my personal favorite of him screwing up. He goes to the cafe and talks with Haruka, and he actually makes a manga for Haruka.
Oh.
He makes like a full manga thing, and
Oh,
she's
no.
looking through it, and he whispers into his ear and just like, hey, you can plagiarize it if you want. She just turns to him and just explodes. Rejected. Get out of my cafe. It's not your cafe, it's mine. I said get out of my cafe. Okay.
He had one job, not say that.
He tries hanging out with Saru brother, Saruhara. He's writing haikus, as Saru brother does, and his idea is, look at the blue sky. Wow, man, look at the blue sky. Look at the blue sky. Jiro, you suck at writing haikus.
I mean, goddamn times am I gonna be shot by someone? Jesus Christ!
I'm trying to help Frag, but not getting away at the same time.
Whoops. Finally, he just invades this business meeting. Kiji Bro is in the middle of a high-level business meeting, and Jiro just slams through the door like, I love this man's proposal. We should totally accept it. And he puts down like 10 yen as his own chip and just like, dude, you made my plan look like it was only worth 10 yen. What the crap are you doing? Why did you invade my office? How did you even get in there? Oh, I love Don Bros. Oh, and the last one is he meets up with Inubro, who is currently fighting the Monster of the Week. Monster gets away, but Jiro comes up with like a bowl of dog food and just like, hey, I'm the new member of the Don Bros. Here's my peace offering to you. And it's just a bowl of dog food. And Inubro is just like, just starts chowing down and is just like, crap, I acted on reflex. I'm not a dog, get out of here.
Wow.
Meanwhile, Red shows up to fight Monster of the Week while they're doing that, and he meets up with Sonoi once again, his boyfriend. He's like, so they brought you back from the dead, I see. Yup. And you're the one who helped them bring me back, isn't it? Didn't you? Yeah? What does it matter? But you killed me. Why? Why did you want to bring me back? What's this yet? That's a question I'd rather not answer.
not him having a crush on Momotaro.
Oh, he 100% has a crush on Momotaro.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It's Romeo and Juliet. Except they hate each other.
So they hate each other. It's cute.
Oh. Wouldn't we call that
I'm fighting fucking Ranko. This is gonna be annoying.
So they have that scene. We get another fun moment with Kiji Bro and his wife. Kiji Bro's a little sad that he turned into a monster last episode.
Oh my god.
He shows that he talks about it a little bit with his wife, and his wife is just like, "Here, I know exactly what to do." And she just starts chanting, "You can do it, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it," over and over and over again. To like cheer him up and be like, and try to give Kiji Bro some confidence. I'm gonna chant it 10,000 times. They're so cute together. I'm sad that they're gonna, break up.
That's a shame. But at the same time, I expect
their happiness cannot last.
Bullshit.
So it's finally time for the party. No one showed up except Don Momotaro.
Wow. So you know that party was
after the way Jiro treated him earlier, I can see why. And Taro's just like, yeah, they were all sick of you. You were being a pest, apparently.
That's a pest.
And Jiro's just like, well, at least you'll hear, and I'm gonna keep working hard so I can be your eventual replacement. And Taro's just like, you can't be my replacement. When I'm gone, and there will be no one else like me again. Jiro's just like, well, what does that make me then? A companion! And that finally causes Jiro to snap. He goes from dragon to tiger. Tiger is apparently his evil personality.
Oh, we'll say Man, so I don't.
Although we
wanna
don't
do
get
that.
the full tiger powers in this episode.
Nah, that's for a few episodes later.
So he's stalking the other members of the Dawn Bros at night. He's reciting a corrupted version of the Tale of Momotaro, where instead in his new version, Momotaro is an asshole, who like nobody likes and can't be a hero. But then suddenly a dragon hero comes down from the sky and takes over. That's the version of the story he's telling. And while he's doing this, he's going around to all the other Dawn Bros and stealing their glasses, which is apparently the source of their powers. So, good to get confirmation on that.
I believe it.
Yeah, he does all that. We get to Monster of the Week. But Taro shows up first, and then Jiro shows up and immediately starts fighting Momotaro, still in his tiger personality. He's like, a true hero descends! Momotaro Jiro will defeat the evil Momotaro. So they start fighting. Apparently he can just use the glasses to switch whichever powers he's using. So he like just puts the black shades over his own helmet, and he just turns into the Black Ranger for a second. Just turns into Ebro. He does the same thing with Sarabro. He's about to turn into Oni's sister, but then Haruka just comes up and slacks him and just smacks him right in the face.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Stop this nonsense! While he's fully transformed with the helmet and everything, she just walks up and smacks him. How could you use our powers against Momotaro? What the crap do you think you're doing? I'm putting an end to this right now. And Jiro's just kind of like, what was I doing? What's going on? The Monster of the Week. Clearly he must have tricked me into being evil.
Oh.
And then he immediately just goes off on the Monster of the Week. We get the Ultra form, which is his little dragon.
Nice.
They finish it off. They all go big. Nothing much to talk about otherwise. Yeah, that's the end of the episode. Jiro's really sorry for what happened. He apparently doesn't remember anything that he did as a tiger. So, Jiro's an interesting dude.
I believe it.
By the way, just really quick, Monster of the Week was a gamer who couldn't beat a video game. And he was on Twitch, and Twitch chat got all snotty with it. Just started talking down to him after he failed once, just like, oh noob, you suck, la 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 la. And that's what turned him into a monster, so 100% it was Twitch chat that turned a dude into a monster.
I believe it.
It happens.
Yeah.
Yep. Alright, so that's the end of that episode. Really fast, episode 17. This is an Inubro episode. I like Inubro. So Inubro is chilling on a roof, thinking about his girlfriend, who is not around. Apparently this is the day that he's supposed to get his girlfriend back. Huzzah for Inubro here. But he's just chilling out on a roof, and he sees a guy who's about to murder himself. Just about to jump off the building. So he saves the dude. Tsunomi, the female one, shows up and just like, so what do you... And they start talking about, like, love. Apparently that's their whole thing. And she's like, that dude's gonna become a monster. Here, we'll make a bet. Can you stop this man from being a monster? If you do, I'll grant you anything you want. And so Inubro's like, alright, I'm gonna stop this dude from becoming a monster. That's all I gotta do. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So it turns out the guy that was about to murder himself was Ultraman Rube.
Not Ultraman Rube.
100% it's Ultraman Rube. Well, not Rube, it's Rosso. Rosso specifically.
No, yeah, I remember I seen the picture. They did the pose and everything. It's crazy.
Yep.
Ultra Sentai crossover yet again.
So, Ultraman Rosso had a girlfriend, but they were attacked by one of the previous monsters of the week, and he ran like a coward, leaving his girlfriend behind.
Damn.
Oh.
Rosso, you suck.
He said, Rosso, you suck. Rosso, you garbage.
That wasn't Russell's fault. He didn't have his brother to make him cool.
Yeah.
Right, and ever since that incident, apparently his girlfriend is like broken up with him, or it says she likes someone else now. And so Inubro is just like, all right, I have an idea. We're gonna recreate that scene. You're gonna be we're gonna give you a chance at redemption. I'm gonna act like a monster, and then you're gonna save her from me. Got it? Okay, good. So, Rube calls out his girlfriend, Russo calls out his girlfriend. Inubro is about to step in, but then Jiro comes from out of nowhere and just like... Inubro, by the way, is just wearing like the goofiest devil costume you've ever did see. So Jiro just walks up and just like, what are you doing, dude? If you're looking like that out in public, clearly you must be up to something nefarious, so...
Damn, what the man just wanted to dress stupidly, I don't know.
He's also acting like stereotypical, like impish, like, it's none of your business what, and he's putting on like a dumb voice too.
No!
That didn't
Oh.
sound good. So Jiro beats the snot out of Inubro. Unfortunate.
Got shot by your teammate. Beats the shit out.
To be fair, no one knows. He's the only one who's still a mystery to everybody else. So, except probably Kaito. I imagine Kaito is probably the only one who knows who Inubro actually is. Anyway. So, plan failed. Russo tries to regroup with Tsubasa. But then while they're talking, Miho walks by. The girl who looks like Natsumi. Who might be Natsumi. We don't know for sure yet. So obviously, Tsubasa sees this and immediately like, oh, that's my girlfriend, I gotta go.
Why?
He starts chasing after her. They turn a corner, and Kijibro is standing there, coming out of a flower shop, and just like... and he sees a difference. He actually sees Rube's girlfriend walk by. So...
They just don't want us to see the confrontation.
Nope.
I see how it is.
So, Tsubasa turns around the corner and just like... Kichino! Did you see a beautiful woman walk by around here? I think that was Natsumi, and Kijibro's like, yeah, I just saw one. She went that way. Why are you dressed like a devil? That's not important right now. I need to chase after Natsumi. Just like, okay, she went that way. And Tsubasa runs off, and then Miho steps out of the flower shop behind Kijibro, just like, hey, who was that? Oh, just someone I know. It's fine. Don't worry about him. Oh, so close, but so far. So, Tsubasa runs off. He starts becoming delirious and starts seeing every woman as Natsumi.
What the fuck?
Oh.
Yeah, no. And he starts... I think he's overheating. That's the impression you get. The costume is making him, like, super hot. He's standing in the middle of the road, about to be run over by a truck. But thankfully, Kijibro chased after him and saved his life. Good job, Kijibro.
Yeah, she got something.
We do that, and we finally get the backstory on what happened to Tsubasa and why he is a wanted fugitive. So he used to be part of the theater troupe, so he's an actor, which I relate to him now.
Oh, not done being Inu, bro.
Yep.
Damn it, then.
So they're part of a theater troupe. After a show, they went to a cabin in the woods.
Oh.
What? Wait, hold on.
The whole troop went to a cabin in the woods.
Not some random B horror flick.
Yo,
and
seriously?
they were all attacked by origami.
Oh.
What?
Like little tiny paper cranes crawled into everybody's mouth except Tsubasa. One was about to crawl into his mouth, but he caught it before. He woke up and caught it before it could.
And that's
So
why
everyone
he's
gets
important.
infected by the cranes
Yo, I started getting shot by everything.
and the beast people. Some shadowy figure appears. The silhouette is the same silhouette as that beast person we already met, the cat dude.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm about to beat Mike this.
So he shows up. He says like, Natsumi wakes up and just like, Natsumi, what's going on? The shadow says, this woman is compatible.
But
Oh.
And a big old portal
can't
opens
even stand up.
behind Natsumi and sucks her in. And the shadow
Nothing.
holds Tsubasa back, so Tsubasa can't save her. And the shadow is just like, you will keep this instant to yourself for 1 year. Do that and you will be able to see her again.
yeah, I'm about to literally smack Ranko, I swear.
Basically, they're dating twins, and one twin got captured. I hate it here.
That's the best case scenario.
True. True.
So that happens. The rest of the troop just didn't wake up. They slept through the whole thing and are in fact still asleep. They're in a coma now.
So, a standard horror movie, gotcha.
Yep.
Dang.
And that's
Yeah.
apparently how he ended up becoming a fugitive. His girlfriend disappeared and everyone else who was in this cabin is just fell asleep and never woke up. And that's why the authorities are after him.
What's going on? Why everybody
And he
like
can't
this?
say anybody because the big shadowy monster said, don't tell anybody, otherwise you'll never see your girlfriend again.
And even if he did, they wouldn't believe him. Who would believe
Right.
that? Who? It's a cabin in the woods.
Yeah, no. 100% B horror movie.
It's a
For a
cat
while.
news. I mean, sir, you did something.
Mm-hmm. And so he tells that story to Kijibro. Kijibro runs off because after hearing Tsubasa's sad story, he's just like, man, Tsubasa lost the love of his life. Man, I miss my own love of my life. I need to go see my wife. Inubro, I'll see you later. I gotta go visit my wife. Bye.
That's
I need to make
crazy.
sure my wife is okay. Sonomi, the girl the girl bad guy shows up and he's just like, I heard your story, and if everything you said was true, it's not gonna end well for you. Your love is going to be a painful one. What the crap does that mean? You'll see soon enough.
Wait, is his wife
Bye.
like dead? Is his wife dead, or is like he just don't know where she's at?
Right now, all we know for sure is that Natsumi, Inubro's girlfriend or fiance, they were fiance at the time. They never actually got married. She was taken like a year ago.
Okay.
And Miho, Kijibro's wife,
'Cause
looks
they shot
exactly
twice.
like Natsumi. Yes.
Interesting.
Yes. And we know they met. They've been married for less than a year. I'm not sure the exact time frame. And also we know that the wife has something to do with the cranes. Kijibro's wife has something to do with the cranes. Because she was messing with those in an earlier episode, so. Mysteries are abound. Best case scenario is that they are in fact like twins somehow and they can both have loving girlfriends. But I'm not sure if that's going to be the case. Anyway, Russo thinks that the evil Sonomi, the white Noto, is hot. So he follows her, and they go out and have a nice dinner. She's still trying to get him to turn into a monster, by the way. Turn into the monster of the week. She's trying, but he actually fails. Russo is stronger. Russo believes like, no, I can't be ditching my girlfriend like this. I gotta keep trying to get her back. Sorry, lady, but I have a girlfriend already. And Tsubasa's just watching this like, nice, bro! Dedication!
I gotta get my girlfriend back. I never run away again. Do the Ultraman pose, everybody. Alright, bet.
Yep, so Russo meets up with his girlfriend again, and is just like, look, Look, Kana is the girlfriend's name. Kana, I can't forget about you. I just know we're meant to be together. And Kana is just like, you ditched me when a monster was going to attack. And besides, I like someone else now. When after you ran away, this awesome man in a black leather coat showed up and saved my life.
Oh.
In a black. Okay.
I looked it up, and turns out he's a wanted fugitive.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, Jesus Christ, he's full saber.
Oh, not Inu, bro.
So, yep, it's Inu. So, the girlfriend is in love with Inu, bro, now. And she went full obsessive. She printed out his wanted poster and made it her wallpaper, put it on her lamp, got sheets and a pillow cover with his wanted poster on it.
Yeah, she's no.
Girl, you crazy.
Russo, you good, Russo. You got out of there.
Russo. Yeah, Russo, maybe avoid this one.
you good, bro.
Holy shit.
So the other two Nodos show up. They start a fight with Inu, bro. Because he's one of Don Momotaro. He's Don Momotoro's hound, to be specific. So they start. Yes, hound, like dog. Yep.
Disgrace of humanity.
So they start. So Tsubasa starts fighting those two. They see the fight and just like, the girlfriend sees the fight and just like, hey, there's my new boyfriend. Hey, you got this. Beat him up. He turns into a dog, into his ranger form, and she's just like, wait, my love is a dog? No! And she turns into the monster of the week.
Oh.
Inubro is just like, man, what a twist!
It's not a twist.
I need to really watch the Umbrellas, I swear.
And she is based on Jetman this week. Which kind of makes sense with the whole love thing, I guess. So he starts doing that. Finally, Don Momotaro, Sarabro, and Haruka show up. But, the way they show up is great. Don Momotaro is just sitting on Haruka and Sarabro's shoulders, like his palanquin, with the fan out, just like, wait, what are you doing up there? We aren't your palanquin. Get off. So they transform. They start the fight. Pretty neat fight. Don Dorokoku shows up in his alter form, specifically with Ninja this time, so we get that debut.
So why
just a big old shuriken.
Plays so much better in certain situations. I'm so confused, bro. All right, he didn't play like this earlier, but now he just turned up.
They fight him like that, and then we finally get Don Dorogoku's first avatar change. He uses the Jew Ranger gear he got in the last episode that turned from the Red Ranger into the Green Ranger. So he becomes a Dragon Ranger, aka Tommy.
Nah, fuck that. Dragon Ranger. We ain't calling him Tommy.
He becomes the Dragon Ranger
there
and starts
you go.
fighting Spear Dude.
He wasn't a person that killed Echo.
He even pulls out the flute and starts playing like the song. Do 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 do. But it doesn't summon the Dragon Zord. It just causes like confusion and delirium. So
good. They don't need dragon seasoning.
They don't need dragon. He also has a line like after the fight, he's just like, I suddenly feel like a big brother. And Taro looks at him just like, what the crap does that mean?
Oh.
Jew Ranger references.
Previous Sentai. Let's go.
So they beat the monster. Monster goes huge. Don Oni Taijin fights. Pretty neat because they fly for a good portion of it. Yeah, they finish it off with a jump kick. Pretty great. And so we get our little epilogue of the episode. Russo did in fact get back together with Kana, the girlfriend. So
she's like, he's not a dog. I'll take it.
Pretty much. And they walk into the sunset. Tsubasa's like, they didn't even notice me. Well, good luck. Good luck, Russo. You're gonna need it. Love is
yeah,
harsh.
100% gonna need it.
And we get the little preview for the next episode. On to next episode.
There goes
18.
There goes Samrock fucking up Echo.
I can't do a thing.
So 18 is the debut of Don Murasame, aka Shark Ninja.
Ooh, that sounds powerful.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, he's cool.
So we get little clips of... So he starts out as just a sword. You see a little bit of his silhouette. He like pops out of a tank, or a sword does, in the Noto world as it is. He pops out, the sword is flying around and it appears in the human world and he's just like... Okay, so Don Murasame is listening to his mother. The voice or at least the person he's calling mother. This female voice is commanding all that Don Murasame does. And he's just like, and whatever she commands, he's just like, yes, mother, I will do this. Mother, I am tired. Sleep now, Murasame. We'll fight later. So you get that.
Creepy but cool.
Mm-hmm. So the main crux of this episode is Jiro is still upset about being just a companion. So Taro proposes a game. It is said that Miyamoto Musashi launched a surprise attack against Sukahara Bokuden when he was eating, but Bokuden blocked it with a pot lid. So we're going to do something based on that. Basically, if you can land a strike on me, I will consider you an equal. If you can't, well, you're still a companion.
Damn.
And that's the challenge. Jiro needs to land a one hit on Taro, and if he does, they're equals. But every time he fails the hit, if he launches an attack but fails, then Taro will achieve some sort of punishment. Like 100 push-ups.
No, thank God I wouldn't pass that.
So first attack is very easy. Jiro is just like, there's a UFO over there!
Neat.
Meanwhile, they're inside the cafe, by the way. He's not even pointing to a window. He's just like, UFO! Kaito falls for it, though. Kaito is just like, what?
Not Kaito falling for it.
Oh my God.
So he does that, the
Heavy
attack
arms.
fit. Obviously, Taro doesn't fall for it, just like, 100 push-ups, get to it.
Oh my God, these missiles from Heavy Arms is annoying.
The next day, Taro is doing his job as a delivery person. Kijibro walks by and sees Jiro stalking Momotaro. Just like, what the crap is Jiro doing? Jiro's about to strike, but Taro blocks it with a folder. Nice job, Taro. Kicks him back and he just tosses Jiro a jump rope and just like, 1,000 jump ropes, go!
Goodness.
So Jiro starts doing that. The rest of the John Bros show up and try and figure out, and learn about the whole bet and just like, and Zara Bro's just like, hey, do you mind if we join in? We might be able to land a strike on you, and he's just like, if you want to, do your worst.
So basically, they need to not go at it normally, like trying to hit him. Just treat everything like normal and do it. There you go.
Right.
Silly Rangers. Go on.
Tsubasa, meanwhile, is still hanging out with Sonomi, the white Noto chick.
Mhm.
She's like, well, you won our bet. What do you want? And he's just like, I don't want your help getting my girlfriend back. If she's alive, then I know we'll meet someday. And she's just like, I'm telling you, if you meet again, you'll face hell. My life without Natsumi is already hell. And he just walks away.
Oh my God. I don't know if that's supposed to be weird or romantic.
I don't know either.
My life without that woman means nothing.
Clank, you should use that line.
So Taru's going about his day. He stops by a ramen shop.
Yeah, Clank, you should use that
Kijibro
line.
very conspicuously sneaks in and sits behind Momotaro and just like,
Yeah, use that line.
Kijibro's plan is like, well, I can't beat him in a fight. I know this for sure. So I'm gonna get one up by Taro by just stealing one of his noodles from just stealing one of his noodles when his ramen comes in, and we get this little flashback of like what Kiji Bro imagines. It's just like Kiji Bro sees himself like slipping on Momotaro's arm and just stealing one of the noodles, just like, hey, Momotaro, I caught one on you. Looks like I win this round, and he is imagining like Taro just going along with it and just like, way to strike back at me, you did well, and they start laughing together, and the Don Momotaro laugh. It's really funny.
Oh, I've seen that screenshot. His face is the worst thing. Oh.
So that's what Kiji Bro wants to happen. What actually happened is that Taru catches his chopsticks with his own chopstick and just like, that's my food, don't touch it. 200 step-ups, now.
Oh,
wow.
Yes, sir. So Kiji Bro just gets a chair and just starts doing like step-up maneuvers on it, just like up, down, up, down. Hey, Blaze, you're back. We're talking Don Bros.
Wait, about what?
We're doing Don
We're
Bros
talking Don
recaps.
Bros still. We're doing the recaps.
Oh, okay.
All right, then we cut to Saru Bro's plan. Saru Bro is on a roof with a paintball gun, ready to snipe Momotaro.
Excuse me?
He pulls out a briefcase and it's labeled secret tool. He opens the briefcase and it's just a paintball sniper rifle.
Look, can I not get bodied by Soul for a second? Like, what the fuck?
And
So he pulls it out, he says a
little.
little haiku, just like,
Oh my god.
a one-sided love summons forth a shooting star with just a whistle.
This sounds like a shitty love romance.
Dude, and we thought Jetman is a dysfunctional team. At least they don't shoot each other.
What the fuck?
That's the challenge. Taro Brother issued a challenge like, if any of you can hit me, then I will consider you an equal. That's the challenge that they're trying to do.
But if not, you're a shitty ranger.
If you're not, then you gotta do 100 sit-ups or whatever, so. So, Saru Bro takes aim with his paintball gun, and is just like, there's no way he could possibly see this coming.
I'll do it.
No!
I'm pretty sure Toshino did not write Kabuto, right? Did he?
I don't know. Anyway, Saru Bro is just thinking like, you're the one who said do your worst.
Fortnite dance.
He fires the shot. Don Momotaro easily blocks it with a pot lid, and then proceeds to throw the pot lid up to the roof at Saru Bro. Smacks him in the face, and written on the pot lid is up and down the stairs 10 times.
Wow.
Hate it here.
Man,
Taru takes no shit. Taru takes no shit.
savage.
Alright, and then it's Haruka's turn. Haruka is, I don't know why, but it's the middle of a thunderstorm when Haruka's going. The wind is blowing through her hair and there's lightning striking and she's just like, my comrades have fallen one by one. It is now my chance to avenge them.
And
her plan...
Isn't she like the weakest one in the group?
No, she just got bullied the most.
Her plan is giving Taro a box of cookies. But it's not actually a box of cookies, it's actually a boxing glove on a spring.
I hate Shadow Gundam. I hate Recco Shadow Gundam. I don't want to fight this. I want him away from me.
Clank's going through it right now. You gotta forgive Clank.
So her imagination is Taro opens the box and gets hit by the punching glove, and that's how she wins.
Fucker.
You know what? That's actually a pretty
going
good
through
plan.
it right now.
That's actually a good plan, though, Haruka.
But here's the thing. So she comes to the work. She has like, hey Taro, I made these cookies for you. I put all my heart into them. And Taro's just like,
I literally have no.
well, all of Taro's coworkers immediately go for the cookies first because you know they're cookies.
Why?
Taro's like, hands off! These cookies were meant for me. Haruka baked these cookies for me. Taro is just like, I've never gotten cookies from a girl before. This is great. And you put your heart into these? Yeah. You must have worked so hard on them. I'll have a bit every day treasuring each one.
Oh.
Haruka's just like, oh no, you don't have to be so serious about it.
No. Oh.
And Haruka just tries to take the box back and just like, actually, this match isn't good. I'll make a new one for you. Just give me the box back. The box opens and accidentally punches Haruka right in the face.
She should have let it happen.
She Taro know.
She should have let it happen. That was a good idea, and it would have worked. She should have let
Oh,
it
it would have
happen.
worked, but Taro would have been heartbroken.
She would have been heartbroken. It would
No,
have.
that's the thing. Does he know? Maybe he's just screwing with her.
No.
wait.
I don't know if
He cannot
Taro
tell a lie.
suspected at all. I don't know if Taro was being genuine or not. I have no idea.
Yeah. Hey, wait, he cannot tell a lie, right? You say?
But that happens. But surprise, Jiro was doing a solid snake and hiding in a box. Literally just right behind him inside a box the whole time. And so this is Jiro's chance to pop out, but Taro blocks it effortlessly because, you know, he's Taro. And they both wind up on the floor, and Taro is just like, 100 sit-ups, both of you. Yes, sir. They start doing sit-ups. Meanwhile, so after that scene, Taro's off on his normal delivery route again, where he meets his boyfriend.
Oh.
And the boyfriend's just like, so that harlot was giving you cookies. Well, I have cookies. No, that's not actually what happens. That's not actually what happens.
You sound like it.
So they meet each other. They meet each other just on the stairs, and Sonoya is just like, "All right, I feel like we should settle our long-standing rivalry. Well, I accept your duel. So how shall we duel?" And Sonoya is just like, "The Noto treasure humans, just like you do. So thus, we shall duel by assisting people." The victor will be whoever helps the most people. But I can see you're obviously handicapped since you're still at work, so I will be assisting you at your job. And while you're on your delivery route, I will be along and we shall help people. Whoever helps the most people wins. AKA, this is just Sonoya's excuse to go on a work date with Taro.
Not a work date.
Pretty much. Sonoya is just following around. They head to this like they head to this one woman's house. This one woman is just staring at Sonoya's like bright blue suit. Just like Taro's just like, pay no attention to how he's dressed. He's always like this. Meanwhile, there's a kid in the background who's about to spill his juice, but Sonoya steps in and catches it. Nice job, Sonoya. He's just like, one for me. You're up next, Taro. And once they leave, Sonoya is just like, you should know that in the Noto world, I am considered a leader in fashion. And he does a little twirl.
Oh. Not
I am
the twirl.
fabulous, motherfucker.
Not-
Sure you are.
Not. Oh.
Man, this camera season is crazy.
It's not Kamen Rider, it's Sentai.
We didn't get the
This sounds
time of
nothing like
that.
Sentai, though. I swear to God, if you don't tell me, I thought you described me as Rider season.
Not the new way, bro. Continue.
So
we gotta
they
jump straight
continue
into
going.
it.
Taro's still doing his work. There's a woman who spills a bunch of oranges from a bag. Taro catches them.
I love that every time.
A hat gets stuck in a tree. Sonoya gets it down. They help an old woman across the street. They just do like classic good people helping things, all while delivering packages for Taro's job.
What the fuck is
And they're just like-
happening?
And they're just just having a good time, you know?
Having a good time.
I couldn't even move.
So they finally drive back to Taro's
How did you
place of work,
reach me?
to the delivery station, where the rest of the Dawn Bros are all there just waiting in ambush. And they all try, but they all just fail miserably. And I love like Kiji Bro and Saru Bro just steal some like coat racks from this one woman across the street and just like, hey, we need to borrow these for a second. Oh, okay, go ahead. They all try to attack, but they fail miserably. Sonoya almost cuts down Haruka. But they all fail. And Taro is just like, 500 squats, everybody. Line up.
Damn.
Sonoya's just like, what is going on? I'm also in a duel of them. Oh, okay. Well, since you're occupied with this duel, you shouldn't be doing another duel. We'll continue this duel another time. See you later.
Also, just cut in a bit. Is it in the original Legend the one who need help the most?
Maybe. So anyway, Murasame finally wakes up after sleeping. He's ready for action in the final fight of this episode.
Not ready for action.
But before we get to that, the rest of the team visits with Taro's dad, who's still in like cyber prison. And this is the first time Jiro has gone to cyber prison to meet his dad. So, and they're just like, hey, so we're in this duel with your son. What's your son's weakness? How can we catch him off guard? And
Same
he's
way
like,
he died.
well, what?
I said the same way he died.
No. So what the dad comes up with is, that's a hard one to answer. But I might have something you could try. Tell him that the Beetle Gichan has returned.
Ooh.
Beetle Gichan? You see, when Taro was a little kid, he had no friends. But he did have a pet Kabuto beetle called Gichan. And one day Gichan flew away and never came back.
I'm gonna go over here.
And so the next day, they
No,
all have
full
like
gunning
bud
for me. I
catching
hate it
nets
here.
out by the dock. And Taro is walking by and just like, oh, what are you guys doing? They all say, Gichan has returned. We saw Beetle Gichan has returned. And Taro's just like, Gichan, where are you? Gichan! And he's digging through the bushes. And everyone is just behind him like, this is our chance to strike. And they almost do it, but they just can't. They had the opportunity to beat Taro, but they couldn't do it. They couldn't pull the trigger. They're just all like, well, it seems you all feel the same way. None of us actually want Taro to lose, huh? Yeah, no, we don't want him to lose. Can't believe we're all agreeing on this. Looks like we lost before we even started. Not that.
Why?
And Haruka just steps up and it says, we lied, we're sorry. And to be perfectly honest, the beetle is probably dead. Kijiro's like, Haruka, shit.
Hate it here.
I see. Sonoe, meanwhile, was helping a woman with her high heel. That's what Sonoe was doing this whole time, because they were on another work date. So, Taro's a little sad because his beetle friend will never come back.
I'm mad Blaze really left mid-match.
Blaze, what the crap?
No, because I also 1v1 and I hate it here.
And so, finally, it is time for Don Murasame to appear. Don Murasame interrupts this heartfelt moment between the team, is just like, hey, what's up? Actually, the sword said that because that's part of his engine jingle. Haha!
I'm so done.
Not Murasame.
Sorry to cut you.
Stop with these spines.
That's his actual transformation. I didn't make that. So he shows up. They get into. There is actually no monster of the week this week. It's just Don Murasame.
Who the fuck shot me?
Sonoe sees it and is just like, that's Don Murasame. What the crap is he doing here? And so we get a little preview of Murasame's powers. He can become a shark, and it will like swim in the ground, you know, like a shark thing. He just swims in the ground and pops out to cut people, and he like sticks his sword out of the ground like a shark fin.
I swear, Renko, I swear to God, you pissed me off.
Like I'm going through it too.
His mother says, Murasame, alter mode. Yes, mother, I will turn into a little robot now. So he turns into a little shark bot.
Fucking Christ.
So they all go into their alter modes, they start fighting. They go into the water, which you would think would give Murasame the advantage, considering, you know, shark, but no, they actually managed to beat him. And Murasame just kind of runs off after they beat him, just like... There's like... I don't know who that was, but definitely not a normal monster of the week. And Sonoya is just like, what the crap is Murasame here? Momotaro, our duel is on hold again. I need to solve some shit. And Sonoya walks off. And then we get to the little epilogue of the episode where Taro is still like trying to help an old woman like cross the street. And he's just like, hey Granny, I'll carry your bag for you. And the woman is like, don't treat me like an old woman, and smacks Momotaro right on the head. Winner, random old lady.
I can see that. I can see that.
The only true equal to the great Don Momotaro. Alright, and with that, we only have one more episode to catch up on with Don Bros.
Which we will save for next week. Because it's time.
Okay, fine.
It's time to hit Revice. Isn't that Torbolt next week anyway?
No, 19 is the ghost episode. Torbolt is...
Oh, go ahead then.
Oh, we're going ahead with the last Don Bro episode?
Go ahead.
This one's a pretty simple one. So, Haruka meets a ghost. Haruka's chilling out on her phone. The mom comes in and says, like, oh, you girls today have it so easy. Back in the day, we had to sneak out of our homes if we wanted to talk to our boyfriend on the phone.
Oh my god.
Nowadays, you can just text them. And we get a little history of phone booths in Japan. How they, like, used to be at maximum power, at, like, everywhere, but then they slowly been dwindling once cell phones became a thing.
Oh my god, parents saying, oh my god, you guys had it so easy.
And by the way, the boy that is texting Haruka is the same boy that, like, dumped her after the whole plagiarism thing came out. Apparently, he still wants to have he still has a thing for Haruka, which Haruka though is just done with him, because why wouldn't she be at this point?
Who?
Blaze hasn't been paying
Oni
attention.
sister.
Just continue on.
All right, so Monster of the Week is a ghost guarding a phone booth. A bunch of workers show up to like tear down a phone booth, but Monster of the Week shows up out of the phone booth. It doesn't have a physical body, so Don Bros can't actually hurt it. Once the like repair crew runs away, though, the direct threat to the phone booth, then the monster also disappears. So,
Which Sentai team is this? Because that sounds more like cover a ghost.
this is Don Bros. So
No.
Haruka though looks over at the phone booth and sees there's like just a girl sitting inside the phone booth, just like,
I mean,
what's up with that girl?
I mean, isn't each monster based on the past Sentai team?
Yes, this monster specifically is based on Go Onjir. I do not... Actually, it's a repaint of the Turbo Ranger one and the Car Ranger one. Kind of kit bashed and repainted together to be Go Onjir.
Just to make me mad.
I'm not 100% sure how any of that ties in, but they need
We've
to go
been going
on.
through it all day.
So,
That is like not even
Rango.
close. Can they try? Just use like Ghost Ranger or some shit.
I don't know.
God.
Listen, Kit Bash and repaints are how Toei get down. Can't hate it all
Yep.
the time.
That still hit me.
So anyway, Haruka runs back over to the phone booth in human form to like check on the girl that she saw, and just like, and the girl is just like, wait, you can see me? Yeah, of course I can see you. And the girl like goes on with her like her introduction, like, I'm a blood type. My blood type's A. I'm a Virgo, and I love going out and listening to the scary stories on the radio. And you want to be my friend? And Haruka is just like, okay, sure. I gotta go. I'll see you later. You mean it? It's a promise? Yeah, sure. And Haruka just bikes back home.
Not the ghost being
She heads home with
evil.
her aunt, and the ghost girl is waiting for her at her apartment. It's like, wait, what are you doing here? Haruka, who are you talking to? The girl that's right in front of me. Are you, Haruka, are you feeling well? Like, what, you can't see her? And she looks in the mirror and she's the only one in there and just like, oh my god, I'm talking to a ghost. And the ghost is like, yep, I'm a ghost. Hi.
So can she prove to them that she is talking to a ghost?
Oh, we'll get to that.
Oh. I have something to say, but I'll let you finish first.
Yeah, so we can hurry and get to the revise. We have 3 episodes to cover. Wow.
Alright, because I assume I gotta go to bed.
And so Ghost Girl leaves for a bit because the Ghost Girl is waiting for a specific phone call, we find out. And so she waits in the phone booth at a specific time of day, waiting for her boyfriend to call the phone booth. Sad. So next day, Haruka meets up with Sarabro and Kijibro at the cafe. Classic Don Bros meetup, and she tells them, so it turns out I'm being haunted by a ghost. And Kijibro's just like, where's the punchline? The ghost is sitting right by me. What do you mean you can't see her? You gotta believe me, there's a ghost right here, I swear. And she flashes for a brief second in front of Kijibro, which causes Kijibro to freak the fuck out, because he just saw a ghost. And he's just like, hold your breath for a second. The closer you are to death, apparently you can apparently see her if you're holding your breath. I don't know how that works. I guess if you're close to death or something. I don't know.
It makes sense.
Weird? Okay.
But that's how I don't know why Haruka can just see her the whole time.
Not Haruka being close to death.
Yeah, that's a little concerning.
I mean, she'll die. Plot twist. Let me stop.
Although Kaito, I think can see her normally. There's this one shot where Kaito gives off like a knowing look, just like, yeah, I can see her just fine. He doesn't say anything.
Dead.
I don't think Kaito's dead. I think Kaito's the admin. He knows what's going on, so.
Not God Kaito.
It's probably God Kaito. Anyway, so the ghost explains her backstory. Meanwhile, Sarabro and Kijibro have to hold their breath every time she's doing it. So apparently the girl was waiting for her boyfriend to call the phone booth, but there was an accident, so they could never actually get the phone call. Apparently it was going to be their first actual date. They were originally pen pals, and then they started calling, and then they were going to finally meet up.
Oh my god! This is the Fi's plotline!
Really?
Oh my god!
But then she died and became a ghost and started haunting the phone booth.
How you die in a phone booth?
She was walking to the phone booth. She was like on the road right in front of the phone booth, and then she got hit by a truck. Unfortunately, she wasn't isekai, she just died, so.
Why that give me complete other vibes, so I'm not gonna talk about it. just continue, I'm not gonna say what I was thinking.
So, Haruka draws a picture of the ideal boyfriend that the ghost described, in like super fancy shoujo manga style. And then Taro walks in and is just like, so why'd you call this meeting, Haruka? And the ghost is just smitten with Taro. He's just like, is that you, Shinzo? Just like, no, I'm not. Apparently the ghost can just reveal herself, by the way, if she so chooses.
What the fuck is these missiles?
And then Kaito also walks up to her and just like...
No!
Also pops up, and then she goes like, oh wait, are you Shinzo, Kaito? And just like, no, I'm not. And they're like, wait, you can see her too? Yeah, of course I can.
I'm telling you, Blaze be holding back for no fucking reason.
Right.
So they're doing that. Kijibro, though, recognizes the name of the boyfriend that the ghost gave. And so he's the next day he's at work looking through his business card, and he's just like, aha, I have found him. Because obviously, you know, he's a professional, he is an adult now, and he has a job, so... I like how they found the dude with Kijibro, you know?
Please
Makes
tell me
sense.
he also owned a washing machine company, like a business.
We don't know what the boyfriend does, so
We'll figure out soon
that is never
enough.
explained. Anyway, so the girl is just sulking the phone. So the girl throughout the day just went on dates with all of the. Oh, Tsubasa also walked into the room, by the way, and she was also submitted with Tsubasa, our Inu bro. So
I believe
she
it.
went on a date with Taro, Tsubasa, and Kaito. And we see how each of those dates went. Taro just rushed through the whole date, didn't stop to smell the roses, literally. When she wanted to, stop and admire all the beauty. And then they wound up eating like 30 onigiri together. Although there was one moment where Taro was just like, you said you wanted to skydive, right? And yeah. And so Taro changes into his robot form, which can apparently just straight up fly. Not just go super fast, but straight up fly.
I mean, he does
So they're
have
just flying
jets.
through the sky for their dates. That's what Taro does on a date. Takes his girlfriend for a flight. Then we get to Tsubasa's, Inubro's thing. And they're just sitting in the park one day. A little dog walks by and just like, oh, that little dog was so cute. So you're a dog person, eh? Well, I think I have just the thing. And he changes into Inubro right in front of her.
I believe it.
And they actually, because I was like, wait, she's this. So the ghost is describing all these dates to Haruka. Haruka should know at this point, based on this story, that Inubro is Tsubasa. But they actually explain, like, there's a line here that's like, Tsubasa actually asked me not to discuss the specifics. So, but I saw something cute and had a great time. So what we see is that Tsubasa transformed into his dog form and just let the ghost fawn all over him. And it's the puppet, not the CGI abomination, so...
Yeah, they
Good
can only
choice
do
there.
so much.
Oh, I didn't see I was ready up.
Well, no,
So
Frank.
you had a pretty good time with them then? Yeah, I had a good time, but they're hard to relate to, They're not normal people. And Haruka's, well, you're one to talk. You're
I
a
mean,
ghost.
they are superhero. Oh yeah, that's true.
They're weird
And then
heroes.
it's the
man.
final date with Kaito, which is my favorite. So Kaito shows up to the park, riding a motorcycle in an Elvis getup, and just like, hey, it's time for our date.
Kaito, that's on brand for you. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Oh, but then the best part is all the moms and all the little girls run up to Kaito, and is just like, "Can I take your picture? Can I shake your hand? Over here, you're gorgeous."
Oh my god, he's so handsome!
Yes, he's so handsome, and the ghost is just like, he is 100% a cheater.
Fucking hoe.
Oh, not Kaito cheating.
Yo, why am I getting shot by Ranko every goddamn time?
And so
Not
the ghost
Kaito
is like,
being a
well,
cheater.
Shinzo's the only one for me, and she just sulks inside her phone booth. Meanwhile, Kichibro actually contacted the boyfriend, now 50 years later, so he's basically an old man now. And just like, so should we just have them meet? And just like, no. The ghost's vision of... The ghost imagines him as like a young boy, not an old man, so let's just have him call the phone booth and actually do this thing right.
I hate you, Ranko.
So they have Shinzo call the phone booth, the ghost picks up,
You funny.
the ghost
bitch.
explains her backstory and how she died right before their dates. And it's all sad. Unfortunately, the crew that was going to tear down the phone booth comes back for a vengeance this time to actually tear down the phone booth, which means Monster of the Week shows up again.
We're really doing this, Ranko? We're really doing this?
We get a fight with them. Don Murasame shows up
I hate
to
Ranko.
fight Jiro.
No,
to fight
his
Don
blade was
Muragoku
on
solo.
my back.
So we get a 1v1 fight between Dorogoku and Murasame, which is pretty neat.
I had your back, but Blaze was chasing me down.
The
one
monster
time
grows
Blaze
big,
wants to be a good teammate.
basically for no reason at all, just so we can have a big old mech fight this episode.
I have a headache.
one time Blaze wants to be a good teammate. I swear to fuck.
One interesting thing is that happens is that Jiro uses the Ninja Altar, but in his normal form, in his like normal Ranger form, he summons the big version. So apparently you can just summon the altars as big versions. Apparently that's a thing they can just do. I didn't know this.
I'd rather they do that than a little tiny joint, but hey.
Exactly. But I don't know how often they'll do that.
I guess it depends on the episode's budget.
Anyway, he beats Murasame, and Murasame just kind of pieces out for the episode. They finally finish their phone call. The ghost goes off to heaven in peace and finally passes on. The monster vaporizes because it's no longer needed to protect the phone booth. They wind up tearing down the phone booth. But everything's at peace because the ghost is at peace. Everything is fine. Haruka is still getting text messages from her former boyfriend, and so she eventually gets sick of it and just tries to call him, but his mom picks up. I don't know why his mom has his cell phone, but whatever.
Mom, this girl tried to call me.
Probably,
I doubt it's even that. I bet she's like, who are you texting right now?
I'm gonna beat Blaze's ass, I swear to God.
I'm
Yeah,
saying.
that's the end of the episode. We have now caught up on Dawn Bros, except for Torabalt, which was obviously this week, so.
No,
Huzzah! We have less to catch up on Revice, so I imagine Revice will be faster.
Hopefully.
There we go.
Hopefully. Anyway, what episode were you on for Revice?
jumping shot.
Let me just see what for you were.
You both better not shoot me, I swear to God, rank off.
Well, I was dead, so I couldn't keep Renko busy.
Oh, yeah, but I definitely remember talking about 40. So I think we're on 41.
Oh, you a scumbag,
Right.
Blaze.
So, Revice recaps. Huzzah, huzzah. Alright.
I clicked my alt, but it ran out the minute I tried to get close to it.
Like, just pick your best suit. That's the only thing we can do right now.
So-
My best suit don't matter.
After the fight
Fair
with between Daiji and Nikki, Daiji is still being a little shit. God damn it, Daiji. Just get smart for once.
I believe it.
So the direct Akeishi is talking with him, and Akeishi is officially trying to adopt Daiji as his son, and Daiji is just having none of it. Thank God, Daiji is smart in that one instance. And Akeishi is just like, well, if he still thinks he has a family, then we'll just eliminate his other family. And so he tells Vale to just eliminate all the Igarashis, except Daiji because he wants his son. So
Strangely.
director's a creep. Anyway. Anyway, they're talking. The family is talking about Daiji, and the dad is just like, "Daiji is my son. It's my responsibility to set him on the right path. I need a plan for this, though." So Dad has a plan. Meanwhile, at the weekend, George comes in with the mass-produced demons drivers now, so everybody can be demons. Well, not everybody. Specifically, he created, what are they called? Shock troopers, I believe is what he called them? So yeah, he just created an army of, like, spider troopers and stag troopers based on demons and over-demons, using mass-produced drivers to be, like, the soldiers of the weekends, led by Hiromi as their commander. So, Hiromi finally got a promotion. Let's go. You got this, Hiromi. I believe in you. I will always believe in Hiromi.
As you should. Hiromi to go.
Oh, and Julio's about to volunteer to like be one of the troopers, just like, I want to drive, and George immediately shuts the case on it. Is just like, I'll begin passing these out to the troops. You guys have fun. Again, Julio gets the shaft. Sucks to be Julio.
It does indeed.
So they do that. We get our first little instance with the troopers. They actually do a pretty good job holding off just random grunts. So Good job.
As they
Good
should.
job. Good job, troopers. Holding off random mooks. You guys got this.
Gotta let the troopers do something.
That's most of the episode is just like demon. No, not most of the episode. That's the beginning of the episode. Is demons are attacking various bases, and the troopers are mostly holding them off until Vale shows up. Hi, Vale. We get another scene with Haruki over demons. If you remember, his dad died last episode, so he's just been training non-stop to become the fighting asset that his fake dad, wanted him to be. He wants to avenge his dear old papa. You got this over demons. I now believe in you because your dad died. You needed a sad backstory before I could believe in you, but now that has happened, I believe in you.
You need a
So.
sad backstory. Damn.
Well, I feel like
I need to shit on you more.
honestly, all his stuff happened way too late for me. But I can see why.
Yeah, no, if he wasn't a writer before that moment, if he just became a writer after that, I'd be completely fine with him being a writer. But that's not how they went, so...
Yeah, it's like everything with you happened all late. I just got my shit.
Frag is trying to join, but apparently his headset doesn't like it, so... Unfortunately.
If Franco don't get off my ass, I swear.
I was wondering what Frag was doing.
So, anyway. So, Icky and Vice show up to stop Vale. They do that one move where they just...
Fucking God.
Where they just lift up and crush all the mooks into a giant ball and just slam that ball into the ground. That's a great move. I love it.
Hey, no, Ranko's gonna kill me. Oh my God.
If you know, I will. Make it.
I fucking hate that all so fucking much.
You should. No, I didn't do it.
I hate that all so goddamn much.
Alright, so they're training, Haruka, and there's a nice little moment between Haruki and... I always forget his name. It's not Haruki, it's like Hikaru, that's his name, Hikaru. I always confuse it with Haruki from Z, but no, it's Hikaru.
That was
There you
fine.
go.
Are we? It's crossing.
Yes, Blaze, we're talking about Ultraman.
No. It's Hikaru, that's his actual name. So him and Hikaru have like a nice little moment. Meanwhile, so as we know, Iggy has been disappearing from all the family photos. And apparently whenever that's been happening, Icky has just been like taking the pictures he's disappearing from and like hidden them in his room or something. And so his mom found his secret collection of photos. And there's this like, why does our son have all our family pictures in his room? And why isn't our son in any of these pictures? And Iggy's just like, so I have some explaining I need to tell you. Basically, my demon is stealing my memories in order to fight and become Kamen Riders. Yeah. If I keep fighting as Kamen Rider, I might forget everybody and become an amnesiac. I like that they're still continuing this plot, though. I do like that.
The only way it'll be solved is near the end, so I'm okay with this.
Yeah. But I like that it wasn't just a throwaway plot that they did for like one episode, like the soccer one. Because that's kind of the thought that I had like at the beginning there, that's what it was going to be. But no, I like that that this is becoming like an actual thing that he has to deal with. So there's a nice moment between between Icky and his parents.
Shit, Clint, I wasn't
It's
supposed
pretty
to kill
great.
you.
Is that?
So I wasn't supposed to kill you.
Meanwhile, at the Phoenix
kill
base, Daiji and Director are like reveling in their plans when GIF just opens a portal in their room and just fucks all their shit open
Oh, that's right.
and just messes up their home room and just like, he doesn't actually say anything. Again, because GIF has no personality at all. But the director is just like, my lord, why are you so angry? I swear we're doing all that you ask.
Trying to
And they're just like, and the director is just like, well, GIF has given up on humanity.
I shall return. Continue, done.
He'll destroy civilization. We need to stop. We need to do something to stop humanity's destruction, Daiji, my boy. Stop calling me your boy. Meanwhile, Vale shows up and is just like, "You lied to me. You said if I worked with you that I'd be able to live separate from Junpei, aka Genta, aka the Igarashi dad." He's just like, no, I can only give you the feeble illusion of the body. You were supposed to die 25 years ago. The only thing keeping you alive is all these vice stamps. So he just pulls out like a case full of vice stamps and just starts stamping them into him like he's injecting drugs into Vale. Like, seriously. It's kind of wrong if you look at it too long.
Another.
I need the stamps. Give me the stamps.
The stamps will be mine.
So, Akeishi, the director, and Vale just, after that, they just go on a tear to call out Ikki, and it's another good old fight scene. But thankfully, Ikki manages to beat the shit out of him.
Good job.
While they're doing that, though, Genta, Papa Igarashi, goes up to George and is just like, George, I need to sell things with Vale. I want you to modify my driver. It's time I get back in the fight. George is like, okay.
Watch the Veil special to understand why he said that. Look at him trying to act all cool and shit.
George is just like, the dad is like, I need to protect my family. And George is like, does that include yourself? Dad says nothing. I'm gonna keep you alive, bro. Just give me a second. I'm gonna modify this driver to all heaven. It's gonna be great. So we continue to fight. They split. Vale takes on Vice, and Akeishi takes on Ikki.
Did he?
So,
oh, never mind.
Revive versus the director, and Vice versus Vale. They have an epic fight. They both get absolutely stomped. Daiji tries to interrupt the fight, but Aguilera flies in from off screen and interrupts him. So
good.
That's what they're doing this episode. Nice job, Aguilera.
She gotta be.
Aguilera puts up a decent fight against Holy Live. It's a really cool like flying fight, which is also pretty neat.
But it is, unfortunately, his maybe final form?
Daiji or?
Daiji.
No, it's not Daiji's final fight. Daiji's still okay.
I was saying form, but yeah.
Oh, you didn't see this week's episode.
I did see something of a spoiler, so I'm like, is it or is it not? Is the real question.
Holy Live is not his final form. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay, good. So they didn't do a Vulcan where he got his final and something after it, just cause.
No, Holy Live. I don't think is considered his final form anymore. I believe the new form is his final form. So.
Good. It makes more sense for that to be his final form anyway.
Yeah, this is taking place in show, so I believe it a bit more.
Yeah, because Vulcan.
And it's definitely 100% stronger than I know. And now that I know what you're talking about, you're talking about like Ofra's Wolf, like when he combined with Naki. Yeah, that's not as strong as Rampage Wolf. So that was just kind of like a thing that he had to do because he lost Wolf for a second, something like that. But no, the new form for Live is definitely his final form. So
good, because I just didn't want that ruined, you know.
Oh yeah, I get it, 100%.
Because Reiwa does that for some reason.
Anyway, so they kick the shit out of him. They're about to kill Akeishi straight up with a punch, but he is overcome with the fear of death and just ducks out of the way of their final punch. Lucky bastard. So while Akeishi gets away, they deal with Vale. But then Masumi, George's dad, shows up at the last minute with the Triceratops stamp. And it looks like he's about to henshin into a new rider. Spoiler, he doesn't turn into a new rider. Next episode.
I'm so done.
Alright, 42, so... Just like what happened with Julio, right before Masumi can use the Agito Triceratops stamp to transform into a new rider, Vale just comes in and jacks it and steals it for himself and uses it on himself. But turns out that the drugs were drugged. And Masamune did something to the stamp to actually weaken Vale, because he knew that would happen. Masumi has a little flashback of his time of like being a dad to young George. And George is like, "Daddy, what are you doing?"
No.
This is a big like fathers and sons episode, as we find out. So, Masumi meets up with Vale in the abandoned parking lot, just like, "Vale, I have a proposal. I made you this stamp. You need to fight Junpei. You need to fight Papa Igarashi." And Vale is just like, "No, I'm not falling for that again. The last stamp you gave me, turns out, was drugged. So, come, just do it. This is your only chance to kill him." And Vale is just like, I suppose this is the aesthetic you humans love. All right, fine. Give me that stamp. So, director's going absolutely crazy because he's dying. Good. He can't die fast enough. Alright.
Oh yeah, he gotta go.
I don't like that dude. Anyway. So, the kids are talking about Dad's upcoming brawl with Vale. They all know about it at this point. It's just like, Dad can't go through with this, right? Because he's not strong enough. He hasn't been a rider in years. He can't. But then Mom comes in and is just like, "Don't you realize that your father's already transformed 3 times since he was a common rider?" And we get little flashbacks of them as like babies and little kids. Basically, him transforming into a father.
Nice.
It's just like, it's the love for you kids that makes him so much stronger. George shows up with the stream driver, as it is now known, not the Vale driver.
I think Frag kicks Franco.
Yeah.
Shows up with this stream driver, gives it to the kids, and just like, "Give your dad my regards. It's gonna be an epic fight. I did everything I could to help him out." So the kids head to the park where the dad is just waiting on the driver. They have a really nice moment there, just like, "Dad, you don't need to go through with this."
It's okay,
Dad is just
fine.
like, "No, I need to go through with
I'm
this.
dying for tonight.
Not only for myself, but also for
Alright,
Daiji.
bro.
I need to show Daiji something." And so even then, the dad texts Daiji on the phone, and is just like, "I'm gonna have a final showdown with Vale. I want you there, son." And then the director shows up and is like, "Who are you talking to, son? You can be honest with me." And Daiji just straight up is just like, "I'm not into this weird role play, man. Leave me the fuck alone."
Good job, Daiji.
And Daiji just storms out of the office. And that is
Good
like
job,
the
Daiji.
last straw. Director is pissed.
It's like, yeah, I ain't your
Anyway.
son, you fucking weirdo.
Anyway, night before the brawl, all the kids are asleep. Goodbye, Clink.
Yeah, I'll leave soon after this match. Ask for me.
I ain't ask you that, please.
All the kids are asleep, and Papa and Mama Igarashi are just talking about their family, and just like, Dad's just like, I wish I could have given you a normal life. And Mom is just like, if you give 100 people live 100 different lives, every life is dramatic in its own way. All that matters is that I love you. You have given me the greatest life I could have ever known. It's just a nice moment. Revice shines when it's focusing on its family, on the actual
It
family.
really
aspect of it.
does. That's what I 100% believe that show was like supposed to be family focused, but
And so, the next day, scenic Toku Quarry. In one corner, Papa Igarashi and George. In the other corner, Vale and Papa George. Dun dun dun. Dad, what the fuck are you doing with Vale? I had to give him a power-up. Trust me, son, it'll all make sense eventually. So they start having prepping their showdown. Akeishi, the director, shows up to interrupt the fight, but you know, Icky and Vice ain't having any of that. So they hench in and they go fight him to keep him away from the fight. And then Daiji is just like, well, I guess I'm gonna get in on this fight too. And Sakura is just like, no, Daiji, you need to watch this fight. Dad's doing this for you. And so she transforms and they start fighting all around. And it's a really cool scene where we have Genta and Vale just standing in the middle of scenic Toku Quarry. All this madness, fighting, and explosions are going on around them. They're just standing there looking at each other and just like, are you sure about this? Just letting them do their own thing? Aren't you afraid they're gonna kill each other? And Genta's just like, my kids are stronger than I am. And Vale, don't make me throw up. I'm gonna destroy you and everything you have. And so Vale transforms into Crimson Vale. And finally, Papa Igarashi transforms into Kamen Rider the Stream. And I love it. Absolutely love the stream. It's great. And they have the best fight we've had in Revice so far, in my personal opinion. Just gonna be straight up. Meanwhile, we get the conclusion of their fights. Icky manages to fight off Akeishi. They beat him. He collapses to the ground. Huzzah. He's dead. Not actually dead yet, but we'll get to that. And then John manages to roll Daiji, which is good. And Sakura just goes up and just like, you need to watch this fight. Dad is putting his life on the line for you. You understand? And we get to the fight between the Stream and Vale, and it's just one of the best fights we've had in this series so far. And they even have My Dream playing in the background, which, if you don't know, My Dream is the ending song for Vale Legacy. Basically the theme song of that whole sub-series, that whole special. And it just works so well. This is my favorite episode of Revice. This fight is amazing. We even get a little bit of unhenshin fight where they're inside like the burning house from like 25 years ago. The last time Vale ran rampant and almost killed his whole family. And it is freaking great.
Yeah.
I really wish Mom was actually there and not just at the hot springs, but whatever. Because we see her a little bit. Eventually, Genta barely manages to beat Vale, and then and Vale's about to dissipate into nothing, but right before he can, Genta picks up the Crimson Vice stamp that Vale used to transform, punches the ghost of Vale, absorbing him into the stamp, and then stamps it back into himself. Forcibly putting Vale back where...
He pulled an Emu.
Yes. He straight up pulled an M with Peridot.
I like it.
And he stamps Vale right back into himself and puts him back where he belongs. And he's just like, Vale, you're my devil, and I take responsibility for this. It's time for you to rest. Just go to sleep inside me. Our fight is over. And Vale is just like, don't you hate me? I mean, I tried to kill your whole family multiple times. And
no,
like,
Vale.
Genta is just like, I've forgiven you for that. Like, you're my devil. I can't live without you.
You know what's crazy?
You aren't, and Vale is just, there's a nice moment with Vale where he's like, you aren't Junpei. You're not the man I wanted to revenge against all this time, are you? Nope, I'm not Junpei. I'm Genta Igarashi. Genta Igarashi, huh? Well, I won't forgive you. And Vale just gets absorbed inside of him, and that's the final moments of Vale, as far as we know.
Oh yeah, you gotta watch the special to find out what happened to Junpei. But anyway.
Yeah, the special is kind of required to figure out why this fight is such a big deal, but yeah.
Yeah.
You get a final moment between George and Papa George, and Papa George is like, you've surpassed my expectation, George. You did good. That driver is a brilliant piece of work. And now my fight is done. Dad, what are you talking about? His dad starts to collapse and just like, good job, George. Gives him one final thumbs up. And then he collapses on the ground. He's not quite dead yet, but he's pretty close.
I believe it.
Meanwhile, Genta finally recovers enough from the fight with Vale, walks over to Daiji and just like, listen, Daiji, a good man knows when to forgive himself. Alright? I accepted my peace. I accepted my peace with Vale. Vale's gonna be living with me from now on. I've forgiven myself. He doesn't explicitly say you need to do the same, but that's the implication. Like, Daiji, forgive yourself, bro. You may have fucked up, but you can make things right. Alright. And then Dad immediately passes out. Because he is beat to shit. And so Daiji is about... And so Sakura and Ikki, thankfully, are still up, and they're like, Daiji, are you finally ready to come home? And Daiji's about to hold their hands and be ready to come home. But then Giff shows up and interrupts the whole thing. God damn it, Giff! Absolute bastard. Daiji, for once, was not going to be an idiot, but no. But that's the end of that episode. We got time for the last one?
Hit it.
Alright, 43. Last week's episode. So we get over that fight. Giff is wrecking havoc at Scenic Soku Quarry. Summons just a massive army of demons, but thankfully Over Demons is just flying overhead and is able to take out most of them. Good job, Over Demons. This is his episode, by the way. This is kind of Over Demons' moment to shine. So,
Good.
it does okay. Anyway, so they do that. Ikki and Vice are able to get everybody out of there. Everybody who's injured, anyway. Except, and then Giff looks over at Akaishi. Well, Akaichi's corpse, because he kind of died. But gives him new life. Just like... I don't know why he bothers to revive Akaishi, but whatever. But he gives Akaishi more power. He's like... And the final command is just like, destroy all humans. Humans are done. And Akaishi kind of goes along with that. I don't know. That man will die this episode, thank God. Anyway. Come back to Hot Spring. We get Boo again, and we get an update on the status of the dad. Dad is in the hospital. Understandable after the shit he just went through. Daiji is still not home yet, but Ikki is just like, Dad words definitely reached him. Which is good, because Daiji needs to stop being an idiot. It's up to Daiji to forgive himself. And then we get another moment where the mom mentions like, once our whole family's back together, we're gonna get the sukiyaki pot out, and it's all gonna be a massive celebration, like we always do. And Ikki's just like, yeah, we'll get the sukiyaki pot, yeah, it'll all be great. And Vice looks at him like, Ikki, you have no idea what the fuck she was talking about, do you? Nope. Again,
just agree
Ikki's
with
losing
it.
in memories.
Just agree with it.
So we get a little moment with Daiji reflecting on his dad's words. Hiromi shows up and is just like, so Daiji, how you doing? I made mistakes myself, you know. It's okay to fail. What's important is what you do after it.
Yeah.
And Daiji's like, well, what do I do then? That's something you have to figure out for yourself, but we're all waiting for you, Daiji. We're here for you, bro. Whenever you want to stop acting like an idiot. So they have that moment. Vice gets on Ikki about forgetting the sukiyaki and still forgetting things. And he's just like, Icky,
It's
are
your
you sure
fault,
you
Vice.
want to keep fighting? Like, if you're forgetting a lot at this point. Like, if we keep going, you're gonna lose everything. And Icky is just like, it's okay. My family will still remember me, so as long as they remember, everything will be fine, right? Just like, I guess, Icky, man. I'm just saying, like, we've had amnesiac riders before, so, like, Icky, all you gotta do is call up like Agito on how to deal with all this shit. All right, he can set you straight. Like, amnesiac riders are us, or the amnesiac rider helpline. That's all you need, Icky. So, Akaishi returns to his own base of operations that he set up as like the peaceful side, you know, and he starts wrecking shit there. Just like, I must destroy what I made. Oh well, because Gift commands it, that is what I shall do. And then we get one of the worst things. So Papa George calls everybody into the weekend base, and including regular George, and he's just like, I wanted you all. My body is dying. I know what condition my body's in. I'm gonna die soon, so I want all of you to hear my final words. My life has been a mess of regrets. I injected Genta with gift cells and turned him into a common rider. Gave him a demon. Not one of my best moments. Not so many tragedies that follow still link back to me as the source. So. However, my biggest regret still lies elsewhere. I transferred my own inner demon into George's body.
I believe it.
You what?
I believe it.
I was ready to die 25 years ago, and I wanted my son to have a memento of me. I wanted me a part of me to live on in my son.
Yeah, I believe it.
I wanted to leave some sort of connection, even in death, in case I died. Thinking back on it now, it's complete lunacy, but... And George is massively pissed about this. Are you what the crap did you do to me?
It explains George's character a lot. It's a retcon. It's definitely
Masumi
a
says,
retcon.
like, George's personality was likely heavily influenced by my demon. Here's what I take from this. The real thing is, like, George, you never actually loved Kamen Rider. It was I loved Kamen Rider and gave my demon to you. And he is what made you love Kamen Rider. Da da da.
Like, yeah, they definitely retconned George a bit. I ain't gonna lie on that one.
Oh, 100%.
They're
Once
like, oh no, George
they
is
realized
popular.
how much the fans absolutely loved George, they wanted to make him like 100% a good guy. So yeah,
okay
George
to
has
love
two
villains.
devils inside of him now, or the whole time as it was. So George storms out of there. Meanwhile, Papa George continues his last words, just like, I need to apologize for the weekend too. I gathered the downtrodden and had them fight for my just cause, and many died because of it. And like Aguilera and Julio and all of them are just like, don't be mad about creating this place. We love you here. You gave us a home when we didn't have one, and we knew fully well what we were fighting for and that we could die. So we're all grateful to you. You know, they finally get to call the alert about Akeishi attacking his own base of operations. So they storm into the place and proceed to kick his ass. Well, they try, anyway. Akeishi got his final upgrades into a red form now. So, very fun. And also, Gift shows up, so... Revice and Vice basically handle Gift for this episode. Or at least do their best. And that leaves Overdemons, John, and Aguilera to take on Akeishi for the final fight. And Aki, what's his line that he has there? It's like, oh, the small fry are getting arrogant. Because, let's be real. Sorry, Sakura, Aguilera, they kind of are the small fry here. Anyway, except John. She's like the biggest one. But anyway.
She's the best. I think she's the best one of them. I don't care. Best character.
No, I understand why you think she's the best one, obviously. Anyway, so they start fighting. They're not doing super great. They're not getting completely rolled, but they're not doing great. But Hikaru has an idea. He's just like, can you guys buy me time? I need to maximize my ghetto mix.
You don't deserve that.
I've been training desperately for this day where I can finally beat him and get revenge for my dad.
Not the genome remix.
So he starts with Bata, the classic. And it is they definitely make it seem like even one is a strain on this kid's body. So
you ready for it? I see.
Because if you remember, like Hiromi was able to handle one with like relative ease. It was when he got to 2 that he couldn't really handle it. But even 1 is taking a toll on Hikaru's body here. Meanwhile, so John and Aguilera start fighting Akiishi to try to hold him off while Hikaru can fully change. Daiji shows up and runs into Hiromi with the shock trooper and is just like, Daiji, you finally arrived. Do you have your answer? I do. Now I'm gonna need you to move aside so I can talk to GIF. Do you understand what your dad was saying at all? And it's just like, I do. But I killed Kagero. He's dead. I can't undo that. I can't be like my dad with Vale. And I don't want that fight to go to waste. So I'm gonna need you to move aside. And Daiji goes into Holy Live and fights the shock troopers. Daiji, please stop being an idiot. Thankfully, that's for next episode. But anyway.
Yeah.
Vice and Revice is still fighting GIF. They're actually doing a pretty decent job for him being the so-called final boss, so...
As they should. Gotta start him out early.
Hikaru activates Condor for his second one. Meanwhile, Aguilera and Sakura officially get rolled, and they de-hench him.
Aww.
Yep. But thankfully, Ikki is there. Revi splits off from the GIF fight to fight Akiishi solo for a bit, leaving Vice to deal with GIF all by himself.
That's not gonna end well.
Sucks. Actually, he does a fairly decent job even by himself, so... Because GIF isn't a thing for the rest of the fight, so... For being the final boss, GIF isn't exactly putting on a very strong showing now, is he?
I don't think we're getting to him at his best yet.
We shall see. Anyway, Hikaru then activates Scorpion, and finally Anomaru and goes into a 4 Fang mix, which is the highest we've seen from any Demons user. So... Demons or over demons, so Hikaru putting in the work now. About damn time, son.
Yeah, if you gonna do something, you might as well be.
Yep, and now that the time has been bought, he absolutely decimates Akeishi. Or does his best anyway. He gets a massive fight, kicks, knocks him back. Unfortunately, he doesn't get the explosion. I really wanted him to get the explosion. Like, he does the fight and basically gets him to, and basically rolls Akiishi, but Akiishi like doesn't explode or transform, which kind of weakens it, you know. But yeah, but Hikaru at least put in some work. He tried his hardest, damn it. But Akeishi is down. Daiji gets through to shock troopers and walks up to Akeishi. And, Daiji, my son, my successor, you'll help me, right? And Daiji just sticks out his hand and then pulls out a gun and shoots him point blank in the face. Thank God!
He should. Finally, Daiji's second arc, which he kind of didn't need, but they didn't know what to do with him, is over.
Yep, and Daiji says, you can't save humanity. And that's it. That's his last words to Akeishi. Aki's just like, not bad at all. Holy champion, until we meet again. And Daiji turns to GIF and just like, hey GIF, let's form a contract! Because Daiji still has to be dumb for this episode.
Hate it here.
Yep.
Daiji, not you trying to be final villains. Chill bitch ass down.
No. Thankfully, the spoilers for next week's episode, he's not the final villain. This is the final episode of Daiji being a dumb idiot. Hopefully. Pray to the Lord that this is the final episode of Daiji being a fucking idiot. Anyway. I don't want to spoil too much for next week's episode, but...
You're getting good.
Yes. Alright, and with that, we have finally caught up on superhero time. Let's go.
Next week, Decker.
Yeah! 3 episodes of Decker by that point. But yeah.
That won't take long.
No, it shouldn't. Ultra episodes usually go by pretty fast, so... Yeah, it looks like the Gundam crew is finally dispersed at this point, so...
Yeah.
At least they all left the Discord.
Yeah, there's nothing else I could do in there, so...
Yeah, I get you. Are those... Oh, is that still Friday? Or...
Yeah, it's still Friday.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah, that's all I got. Unless you had anything else. I
No,
just
that
been
was
talking
it.
for like 2 hours, but...
Yeah, had to let the recap happen.
Yeah, I had to get the recap in.
So there we go.
Next week, I definitely want to talk about next week's episode of Revice, because I don't think we're in final arc territory yet, so...
We did the prelude to the final arc. We're getting there now. Definitely is the prelude stuff, so stuff's getting wrapped up.
Yeah, definitely with Daiji's new form, which, okay, I can't hold off for too long. I fucking love that new form. Like, I didn't think I would love it that much, but I love it.
I saw the henshin. I like it.
And I love the henshin jingle. Absolutely adore it. Wings for the future!
We'll get into
It's
the rest
so
of it
good.
next week, though, because we'll talk
Yeah, we'll get
about
into more
it.
of it next week, but... Man, that's a great form. Like, it is a kit bash, I know, but still.
It's a good-looking kit bash.
It's a decent look. It's not...
It's not
My
the
one
best,
complaint
but-
about the kit bash is that, like, the light blue on the Holy Life suit kind of clashes if you look at it for long enough, you know?
I guess.
But just, like, straight, it looks pretty damn good, so... I love what they did with it. I didn't think I would love it as much, but... Man. I want that stamp so bad. Already. I'm sad that's not a regular release, though. Like, because anything at this point is pre-Bandai.
True.
Which sucks. I really wish they would do that as, like, a regular DX release, but... Oh, what can you do? Bandai gotta make those monies. Come on, Echo, you got this. I
I
believe.
hope so. Shut down. Oh, shot. Yeah! Alright. We're good. That ends this episode of the podcast. We've been on too long. Too long. Technical difficulties are ruining everything. I'll try to have it fixed up by the next episode.
Yeah.
We'll see. Until then, catch you all for next week's episode. We out.
Yep, catch you on the flip side. Later.